Hello Virgo, Crystal Lynn here. Welcome to my channel, Tune Into Love. Thank you so much for joining. This is a timeless message, a monthly energy reading. So whenever you're tuning in is perfect. I'm going to pull a card here from the Sacred Rebels to get an overall energy theme for your message. And then we're going to tune into the Psychic Tarot of the Heart and do some clarifying and pull some oracle cards for some wisdom guidance. Just affirmation moving forward for all of you beautiful Virgos. I hope you're doing well. Please do subscribe, like, comment, and share if the videos resonate. I truly appreciate each and every one of you for that. And I am offering personal readings again, so if you're interested, the links to connect with me are in the description. I would be honored. Let's see what the message is that your higher self wants you to know at this time. I'm just going to pull one out here. See what your higher self wants you to know. We have the word wants to be written, number 42, Virgo. The word wants to be written. So I will tune into this message here towards the end. However, the word wants to be written. There's something within you that is really feeling ready to be seen, shared, heard, whatever this is. You may be a writer, a poet, you may have some great ideas. There's something here about you expressing your own beautiful, authentic expression that's unique to you that nobody else has. It's wisdom that is innate within you, and it's beautiful. It's very clear. I feel like it resonates. It's definitely soul energy. It resonates with everyone's heart and soul in a different way. However, very truthful, very inspiring, very clear. You may have gone through some pain and heartache. You may have some wisdom and experiences that others could benefit from in a very beautiful way and benefit you as well. Like, I feel like there's a lot of healing here with you writing and sharing, and also, you know, the impact of that on others' lives who are going through very similar things, being able to share your inspiration, your hopes, how you overcame things, whatever it is. Like, there's something here where you've gained some deep connection to your soul wisdom, your soul love, your appreciation for life. And I feel like whatever it is that you have within you is truly beautiful. Like, I'm seeing the butterflies, I'm seeing like transformation occurring, seeing yourself like almost as like the caterpillar, and as you write, you feel your wings growing. There's an energy here of, you know, there may be some tears, but it's like healing tears. It's like all very healing. You can see the beauty and the magic and the mystery of life, and how our soul, we can do things in life that not only empower ourselves and others, but heal us at the same time. And it's also amazing. Okay. So there's something here that wants to come out in words. Okay. So let's tune in here to the tarot and just see what your higher self wants you to know at this time. For Virgo, what would you like Virgo to know at this time? Just give the deck a few shuffles here. What would you like Virgo to know at this time, higher self? Messages, wisdom, insight into what's happening around Virgo right now, the next month ahead. Okay, Virgo, bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Pentacles, or find balance. Okay, so this is really beautiful. You may be going through some feelings in your life right now, or energies in your life right now. I feel like there's a focus on the physical reality, your finances, your material world. It could be your home, going through and just finding the balance with finances, home life, career. It could also be material objects, you know, different things that are surrounding you. I'm feeling like there is a merging, right? It's like a merging of everything in your reality that supports your physical foundation coming together in a beautiful balance. There may have been some shakeup with like emotions or feeling hurts or pains. However, I feel like through this process, there's something here that really allows you to solidify your balance and harmony in a way that incorporates everything you love in a very effortless way. It's like whatever you want to incorporate into your reality, you're going to be able to do it. It feels very multidimensional, and you're able to multitask very easily because whatever these things are in your physical reality, they all bring you joy. They all bring you sustenance on some level. They all bring you support, and everything that you love is included. You can include everything. So you may be reassessing your finances right now, or just looking at what you spend time and energy, investing your time and energy into, and just making some adjustments. Um, or just, finding how you can be more present with that which you really love. And if something's there that's not really a part of your reality anymore, it's like you can easily find a place for it, like find where it belongs. Okay, so we have the lead, Emperor. This is the Emperor here, taking the lead in your life, really owning your life, really owning your decisions, moving forward with your higher self guidance. We have darkest fears here, or the Nine of Swords. We have the Five of Swords, win or lose, Nine of Pentacles, well-deserved reward, and the Two of Swords, refusing to see. Okay, so there's an energy here of maybe feeling a bit of anxiety, a bit of doubt when it comes to whatever it is. And I feel like this has to do with whatever wants to be written. Okay, this is something within you that you feel very vulnerable about. And I feel like it needs to come out of you in one way, shape, or another, even if it's just for yourself. There may be some deep-rooted thoughts within you or feelings within you that just need to be released. You could just write a journal to yourself without the intention, of sharing it with anyone, just simply for your own awareness, your own knowing. And through that process, you begin to heal and see things and feel things that you may never have experienced before. I feel like there's an energy here of being in your head, of conflict. There could be been relationships in the past where there was arguments and conflict and there wasn't resolution. And so it's kind of just like eating you up from the inside, maybe causing you to have some sleepless hours during the night, But I also feel like it's very enlightening. It's attached to something that at one point in time was very meaningful to you. So there is an energy here of learning how to release and let go of attachments, and at the same time trusting and knowing that everything you need is with you and always provided for you. And when it comes to like our feelings and emotions, and it's not physical, it's like, how do we release these things, these thoughts or these feelings within us? And so I feel this is very interesting here with the word wants to be written. It could be as simple as just writing a letter to yourself, right? Journaling to yourself, because it gives you deeper insight into your own consciousness. And once you can identify, it's like, don't put any judgment on what you're writing. Get out a piece of paper and just start writing whatever thoughts come to your mind, because if you do it just for yourself, no one else is going to see it. It allows you the freedom to really just put it out there. It's just words on paper, okay? It's not hurting anyone or anything else. And when you do that, you can really feel like, whoa, is this coming from me? Where is this coming from? Is this coming from a time in my past where I was wounded, I got hurt, and there was some trauma, and I'm still holding on to that type of belief or thought or feeling when I don't need to? It's not happening anymore. I can release it. I can begin to release it. Sometimes when we just write things out and see it on paper and see it for what it is, that in itself can release it. It just allows it to go. However, if you're rooted in love, right? If you're rooted in healing and love and inspiration, you're going to be able to write it out in a way that feels really healing, that feels really inspiring. It's like being able to respond to negative thoughts in a positive way brings it to neutrality. So, for example, if you had a thought from a past relationship, for example, where you felt maybe they had some family dynamics going on where they would say things that were maybe demeaning in some type of way. And if we're in a relationship with someone for a long time, sometimes we pick up on those things. Well, not sometimes, we do, right? We pick up on it, and it's up to us whether we choose to believe it as true or not. So there could be a family who jokes with each other and they say things like, oh, you're a loser, and it's fine if you're joking, but if someone really means it and someone starts saying, I'm a loser, I must really be a loser, that can totally create complete, lack of confidence, self-esteem. It can bring us down on this negative spiral, this negative path. And then we don't actually see, like, it's difficult to make decisions because we doubt who we are. When we are rooted in love and we really truly are moving forward with the successful attitude, with the successful momentum, we're able to stay focused in the physical reality. So I feel like right now, with you finding balance, Virgo, if you're feeling yourself imbalanced in any way, if you're having difficulty managing and multitasking or figuring out, what to focus on versus what to let go of, or should it all be here, there's something here about you clearing out your mental space, your mental realm. And I feel like whatever this has to do with, writing is really going to help you. It may be something new. You may have always been a writer, or written in a journal, but this is something new where it's about really allowing your feelings to be expressed through words, or not just the thoughts that you're hearing, not just ideas for business or ideas for what you want to dream or manifest. This is more so coming from your feelings that are already rooted within you, from past experiences that you've already been through. So it can be difficult when you're tuned into that, because it feels very personal. However, you'll also realize how healing it is at the same time. It will reveal so many mysteries to yourself that aren't truly mysteries, but it like brings light. It sheds light on so many things. And I feel like it'll be really good for you to be in your body, because I feel like you've been in your head for quite some time. And yet there's this energy here of knowing that you are so deserving of the very best. There's an energy here of embracing your sovereignty, embracing your independence, embracing your hardworking attitude. You're a very hardworking person. I can feel that. This may feel a little bit different too, like writing, like what is that going to do? But it's like, I feel like you're going to be surprised at how it clears your mind. And when your mind is clear, then you can make decisions effortlessly. We have the lead here, the Emperor. Take the lead in your life. Take charge of your life. The higher self standing right behind you. Higher self has your back. Universe has your back. And the higher self will speak to you in feelings, speak to you in instincts, speak to you through signs and synchronicities and affirmations. And, it's like if you know something's true and you're nodding your head to it, you're listening to someone and you're like, yeah, and you're nodding your head naturally, that's your body, your intuition, your higher self agreeing with something. If you're listening to something and you're trying to understand, but you don't agree, your body's going to be like, I don't know about this. It's like, but you can still listen, right, without taking it to heart. There's an energy here of recognizing your own thoughts and how they influence your physical reality. You're very deserving. I feel like you work very hard in whatever it is that you do. So whatever that you receive, whatever physical types of, prosperity, abundance, even with the earth, foods, all of that. Like there's an energy here of knowing how much you deserve it. You really do. And whatever thoughts are trying to tell you otherwise, or thoughts that are conflicting with that, that's what's causing you not to be able to make a decision. If there's a decision here that you feel you need to make and you're just having a very difficult time doing it, it has to do with projections and beliefs, false beliefs or fear-based beliefs that aren't truly in alignment with the truth of your soul, which knows that you're infinite and there's infinite potential within you. And it's about embracing love, because there is some conflict here. It's the ego. It's about allowing the ego to take a back seat and let the higher self have a shotgun, right? Like it's like, I don't know why that came through that way, but there's an energy here of really trusting your soul and getting to know your soul versus just the thoughts in your head. And that's why writing really helps, because it's like if we hear negative thoughts in our head, we know they're not based in truth, right? So it's like, do we even need to write them out? Sometimes we do. And we see like, oh, maybe that didn't even originate from me. That actually could possibly be originating from so-and-so, or from, that type of institution's beliefs. And I'm like having conflict with it. It's not even me. My soul's literally saying, this isn't for you. And once you can see it, it becomes apparent, because you'll write things too that feel so inspiring to you, and they're coming from you and your own experience and your own feelings, and it's like, oh my gosh, it helps you really see what is yours and what isn't. So it's a form of taking responsibility for your own consciousness, your own decisions. The leader, the Emperor, he's very mindful of his thoughts and where they're coming from and how he's implementing them or employing them in his reality. He's responsible for others, and so it's important for him to maintain his own mental integrity and consciousness and professionalism when it comes to important matters. That he's able to stay focused on details and be mindful of everyone involved and how the choices he makes affects not just him but many people, right? And this is about you taking the lead in your own life and recognizing every choice you make affects you. If you're having a hard time making a decision right now, you're really being guided to go within and write, write or listen to music. Maybe try writing your own song about yourself. Like there's something here about discovering more about yourself than you ever knew before. You could try to write a poem or write a letter to someone that you're having conflict with in your everyday physical reality, you know, from your heart, for the purpose of resolution or just to bring peace to that situation. I feel like whatever it is, once you do that and release it, it clears up your mind so that you can focus on what's real and make a decision very easily. Okay, so let's clarify the Emperor. We have the Seven of Swords. So there may be someone around you that's lying to you right now, deceiving you right now, Virgo, and you can feel it. There's something within you that you can feel. That's why you're having sleepless nights, anxiety, stress. You may be feeling negative thoughts that you haven't felt in a long time. You may be just having more conflict within your mind than you've ever had. There's someone around you. There's someone around you who's being very deceptive and manipulative, and this is about you being really honest with yourself. And if it's not someone around you, it's thoughts within your mind that are truly deceptive, that are not rooted in the truth. And it's about finding out why those thoughts are being shown to you, how you're somehow, you know, keeping them inside your head. And it's like once you get it out, you know, energy needs to express, it needs to get out, even in our bodies. You know, when we're stressed out, we hold all that tension within our muscles. I don't know if you get massages or not, but it's like every time I get a massage, I always cry afterwards, you know? And it's like I need to go home and relax. It's like when I first started getting massages, I didn't understand why I was crying, you know? And they're like, "Oh, well, that's natural. You're holding you're holding stress in your muscles and tension, and when we work those out, it releases into your system." Some people even have like some sort of like a detox flu afterwards where they just have a headache or whatever. And it's because all that energy is being released from the muscles, from the body. Same thing in our mind. If we're like holding on to thoughts inside our mind that aren't true for us and we're not expressing them, we can literally, you know, drive ourselves crazy. So it's really important for you to open up to learning more about yourself. And I feel like writing is really helpful in that because it is words and it helps us discern what is really true and what isn't, what is just an attitude, what is a wound, what is a belief that is, you know, rooted in fear, you know, versus something that you know to be true. Okay, so this is asking you to be really honest with yourself, completely honest with yourself, you know, to honor your own integrity, to promise to yourself, commit to yourself that you do your best every day not to align with anything that's, you know, deceptive or manipulative or untruth for you, you know, that doesn't align with your values, your principles, your truth. Okay, Nine of Swords. I feel like this is very enlightening for you. I feel like it brings a lot of enlightenment, although very difficult, you know, to go through that and receive the enlightenment through that way. It's through your own personal experience. I feel though it inspires you to move forward with love in your heart even more. Like, you know, it's like, this is why I stand in love, because I'm not going to be one of these people who continues to feed lies and deception that ultimately hurt us in the end. They drive us crazy. I feel like whatever this is, you're choosing to move forward with an open heart, with your, you know, charisma, with moving forward in your beautiful expression, whatever it is. And it's like it allows you, I'm even seeing like poetry and songwriting, like if you're writing song lyrics, not just stories or anything like that. This is something more expressive where it's like you're transforming the pain into pleasure. I'm like being shown a famous poet and how they write about their, you know, their heartbreak or their sadness, and it brings such a resonance to people who read it. Like everyone can resonate, like, oh my gosh, I've been there. And it's like through that we heal it automatically, you know, in a way that is, you know, relatable to everyone. And then of course you could have like a poetry book and make, you know, all this money, right? It's like there's so much healing. It opens you up, it connects you to more people. It allows you to connect genuinely with people who have experienced different things. It's like there's a commonality here. You're able to be more relatable, which is really cool to see for you. Okay, it's like really powerful to transform. It takes a lot of strength and courage to say yes, that you're going to do that and move forward with an open heart, because it's never easy to have to see deception or manipulation around you. It never feels good. However, it's either going to empower you or it's going to disempower you. So I see you, Virgo, good for you. You know, you're empowering yourself. You're choosing to empower and move forward in love, okay? No matter what you're thinking, your choice is love, okay? It's like seeing that your thoughts aren't necessarily who you are. right? You are so much more than your thoughts. The mind is only 1% of our experience. The rest is physical. It's all physical reality. And it's like when you're engaged in the physical reality. So for example, if you're in your head too much and you're really struggling with things, it's like just focusing on the physical reality, looking around, seeing what you can do to reorganize, clean up your space, or, focus on what makes your life easier. What you like to include in your physical reality gets you out of the head and reaffirms your own confidence in what you're doing. But I feel like it's really important for you to understand that there is time where you need to relax and not feel like you have to do something. Sometimes when you feel like you have to do something, it makes it worse. It's like avoiding the problem or avoiding, whatever's driving you crazy, instead of just saying, okay, you're here, I have to address this, I've got to do something. And I feel like writing for you right now is just, as simple as that sounds, it will really help. It's something different that you can do besides just meditating or focusing on something in your physical reality instead of trying not to think about it. If you're thinking about it, even when you're, trying to balance things and do stuff, it's time to let some things out, just like anything. Thoughts, when we take a lot in, if we haven't said anything or we just continue to hear it and it bothers us, we have to find a way of expressing it or, neutralizing it in some way. Okay. I'm seeing there's a completion cycle here. You're going through the completion of a very big cycle in your life. A lot of lessons when it comes to your own mental maturity and well-being, and how you manifest, how you think about things, how you relate to others, the ideas that you enjoy. There's an energy here of expanding your consciousness. And in order to expand your consciousness, it is breaking through. And I don't want to say breaking through. I don't like that word in this reading for some reason. It's more so embracing expansion, even seeing the ripples here around her head. Um, your consciousness is expanding. So it's almost like, if you limit yourself, if you limit your beliefs, if you say, okay, I can't, entertain new beliefs, or this belief is what I've always believed, or this thought is what I've always thought, and you're learning that it's not really based on the truth, or it's not necessarily something you have to believe in, if it's holding you back from expanding, it may be creating conflict within your mind, your ego, your soul having a bit of a conflict, because the ego likes to stay safe and it doesn't always understand, right, the purpose of the expansion or the growth. It doesn't know what's coming. It's afraid of the unknown. So it's about reassuring yourself that you're growing, that you're learning, that you're opening up and doing new things. And when you do things like writing, it reassures your ego and it allows your ego to grow with the soul instead of in opposition to it. It's like reassuring the ego, when instead of feeding the doubts, because the ego needs reassurance all the time. That's what needs reassurance. Our soul doesn't need reassurance. It's like, if our souls just were communicating, we wouldn't even need to do these videos, right? That's how I feel. It's like all a part of being human. If we don't have egos, it's like we're not human, and that's a part of learning how to live, as spiritual beings in the reality of being human in the human world. We're humans. So I feel like this is a beautiful cycle that's opening up for you and expanding, and it's a big life cycle. I feel like this has been, it could have to do with all the way back to when you were born, right? When you're a child and growing up and believing things a certain way, and then as you've matured and grown, there's some things that you're learning and expanding. It's only natural to expand our consciousness and learn, beyond what we've already known. It's just like being a child and becoming an adult. Adults, we continue growing as long as we choose to keep learning. We keep growing. And, as we get older, especially, I feel like it's rooted more in our minds, because we have a career, we have something going already where, we feel that stability and that security. However, it's like we're also human and we're souls, and we love learning and we love growing and staying active and engaged in things that we love. So whatever this is, Virgo, I feel like it's going to give you deeper insight into not only your own thoughts and how you feel about things, and I feel like this has to do with your feelings. It helps you unite your feelings and your thoughts, and also reassure the ego at the same time that you're not going crazy with anything, that you're, these thoughts are being shown to you for a reason, and so you can transform them, expand them, help them grow and learn. And as they do that, you feel more confidence, you feel reassured, you feel really good about yourself, and you feel like yourself again. Okay, so we have the Nine of Pentacles here. the Wheel of Fortune. So everything is, you're in alignment with everything that is supporting you in the physical reality. You know, you're very independent. You're very much embracing your sovereignty. Being single, you may be single. Even if you're with someone, I feel like you have a sense of freedom where you can be yourself and do your own thing. You don't feel like you have to conform to anyone or anything else. Like everything you're doing is in alignment with prosperity and abundance and everything moving in your favor. You know, you've really stayed true to your heart and rooted in your heart. So there's no fear here of making a wrong decision or ending up somewhere you don't want to be. However, there is an energy here within your mind that is needing some reassurance and just some balance. You know, it's not just about balancing the physical reality, it's also balancing the invisible reality, which is your thoughts, your emotions, your spiritual, you know, the stuff that goes on that we can't see. And it is truly rooted in love. Okay. So it's like respond to your mind and your thoughts with unconditional love, and writing them out is really powerful. It's so powerful. It's like loving your thoughts, and in that you transform them because they're a part of you no matter what, no matter where they came from, they're a part of you. So I feel like too, this is whatever this is, it only solidifies your physical reality. It only brings more abundance into your life, more prosperity. It helps you see, and you've got the world and the Wheel of Fortune. So this is huge. You know, this is like entering into a huge cycle of the rest of your life that is in flow, you know, in alignment with who you are, and so many infinite possibilities and potential. When the body, the mind, the heart are merged as one, I feel like there's a merging here of, you know, as above, so below. There's a lot going on. Okay, so let me see here what this Two of Swords is. We have the Chariot. So you may be there may be a question here of movement, like where to go, what to do. You may be thinking about taking a trip or moving, or just, you know, how to go about feeling like yourself in the physical reality with what's going on in your mind. There's something here in your mind that's preventing you from making a decision that actually allows you to move around free and clear, like where you're just like feeling like yourself, you can do anything, be anything, go anywhere with that sense of ease. I'm feeling like there's something here where it's like, you know, there's some sort of decision you have to make, and it has to do with movement. It has to do with movement, whether this is just moving your body around or actually taking a trip somewhere or going somewhere, driving, plane, whatever this is. There's something here about you traveling. There's something here about you just, it's freedom. You know, maybe you're not sure about going somewhere or driving around or having the freedom to move around like you normally do. However, that's not the case here. And I feel like this is a part of your alignment. This is a part of you being able to see above duality, or you know, to see yourself within duality, because no matter what, we live in a dualistic reality. No matter whether we choose to see from the soul perspective, the neutral perspective, we're still living in a dualistic reality, you know, black and white, up and down, good and bad, all of that. And it's not about picking sides. It's not about seeing it that way necessarily. It's just acknowledging that we do live in that kind of reality, and it's how to be in that reality and accept it all. So in order for us to be successful, to feel this well-deserved reward, it comes with some pain. It comes with some lessons. It comes with some challenges. We don't reach a point of complete satisfaction and success if we haven't put any effort into it. And it's like accepting this part of reality, that if you do have pain within you from the past, there's no shame in that whatsoever. But it's about addressing what's going on. No matter what, like our soul is always growing and evolving. And that's what this speaks to. No matter what you do, your soul wants to grow and evolve. And if it's ready to grow and evolve and you're hesitant to embrace that, or you're avoiding it in some way, it creates this mental conflict within us, and our bodies start feeling conflicted. So your body may feel like moving, your body may feel like going somewhere or doing something, but then you're like, I don't know. I don't know if that's right for me. And that's because of whatever thoughts are going on in your mind. So There's definitely a need for you to be really honest with yourself and take a look at truth and what truth is for you. What is your truth, your personal truth, and then also, the truth of life, which is love. As long as you're rooted in your heart, as long as you're rooted in love, you're going to stick that sword right in the ground and choose to embrace the expansion of your consciousness, your reality, because that is the only direction to go. All right. Two of Pentacles. We learn this as we go. So we have the Five of Wands in reverse. So I feel like for you, there's definitely an energy here where you do not want conflict in your reality. You do not want to have conflict with others. You don't want to have opposing points of view. You're doing your best really to find and maintain balance in your physical reality with what's going on right now, and doing your best to avoid conflict, which is understandable, but you want to be in a place where you don't feel like you have to avoid conflict, where you're just able to get up every day and it's just your day. Everything's going your way, everything's flowing. You don't have to worry about having conflict with anyone. So that is really what's happening for you right now, Virgo. Okay. Let's see what the angels want you to know. Ground yourself. When you detach from awareness of your body and the physical world, you become ungrounded. Although it's pleasant to float heavenward, your attention and work are needed upon the earth. We're helping you balance your spiritual and material so that you can enjoy a fulfilling earthly life. Okay, so you may have been in your head a little bit more than usual and you feel a little bit ungrounded. So get outside whenever you feel the mind taking over or taking you into a place you don't want to be. Go outside, ground on the earth, look at the birds, breathe in the air, take a few moments, just remember where you are, you're here, everything is okay. And I feel like this is like in your, time when you're just spending time at home or just having some downtime, quiet time, take out a journal and write and see what comes out. Allow yourself to discover things about yourself, because that'll ease anxiety. That'll ease all sorts of things within you. And you may even find that you enjoy writing in a way that you never knew before. Okay. But definitely ground yourself, give yourself that connection with the earth. Okay. That will help you, earth sign, Virgo. And so from the Ascended Masters, we have the spiritual law of attraction. Okay, so it's about understanding too that we attract these experiences into our life when we're ready to grow. We say we want to grow, we want to expand our consciousness, we want to take things to the next level, we want to live in abundance and prosperity, we want to manifest our dreams, our security, our stability effortlessly and easily. And your soul says, yes, absolutely, I'm on board with that, right? The soul's like, that's where we're going. And so it's, everything else has to catch up with that. And sometimes that's when we become aware of certain things or thoughts or beliefs or programs that truly aren't necessarily aligned with the expansion of us. They want to stay right where they are. And so it's just seeing that and recognizing that you are choosing to expand your consciousness no matter what. And we all grow at our own pace. We all grow at our own pace. So it's like, if you can write out how you feel and share your thoughts and feelings through the form of writing, you don't have to include anybody in it. You can then express yourself, get it out, and if you feel like sharing it, then it's only going to benefit, right? You're sharing it for the purpose of benefiting yourself and others, to feel proud of. Maybe you write something you're really proud of and you share it, and it's something that everyone resonates with on a deep level, and that feels really good. That brings neutrality and allows you to also grow at the same time, without involving anyone else in it. So that could be a part of it, where you just feel like you need to do this on your own, so to speak. Look, we have love, compassion from Earth Magic. So have compassion for yourself. I feel like this too will allow you to feel that compassion for yourself, especially for the past. If you went through some difficult things, if you were feeling bad about certain things or someone made you feel really bad, I feel like by getting this out and then being able to respond to yourself in a loving way will bring you a sense of comfort and confidence within yourself, will help you release the negativity or the negative vibes or anything in your mind that's bringing you down. It will really help you see what true love and compassion is all about. If you can give true love and compassion to yourself, you can give it to others. And so you'll notice that too if you're writing. For example, if you need to write a letter to someone, just to clear the energies, right? Like, to bring resolution to something, even if you don't intend to send the letter. If your intention is to write from that place of love and compassion, you will be very surprised, at what the heart has to express and how much healing that brings to yourself, because you recognize where you're truly rooted. You feel good. Like, I am this beautiful, loving person. I am, and I did care about this. It's like, I'm just using this as an example, but it's like, it's something that I feel brings more healing than we can even explain, because it's so personal to each of us, and it's not something you have to share with anyone. Just seeing it for yourself and experiencing it for yourself is enough to bring that place of peace within your mind and your heart at the same time. It's like aligning your mind and your heart. It's giving yourself, the love to express yourself, to express your feelings. Just like going to your mom, you can tell your mom anything, and once you get it out, you feel so much better, and you're not focused on it anymore. You're like, oh, I'm so glad that's over. I got that out. You're accepted. You're loved unconditionally, no matter what. They still love you no matter what. And that allows you to let go and not keep holding it in your mind and having conflict. Okay. So it's the same sort of thing here, except I feel like this is more private. This is just for you to discern and feel, and also learn some new things about how your connection to the universal consciousness is. I feel like you may be tuned into the collective consciousness or the universal consciousness of wisdom, and the great one creator consciousness being of love. We have door to personal healing and happiness. Some people call it the one consciousness or the love consciousness, or it could be your higher self consciousness. Only you know for sure. So we have yin and yang and door to personal healing and happiness. So ultimately, this is going to bring you into a state of balance and harmony within your own self, your mind, body, spirit, your spiritual journey, your actual physical journey. Like, it's bringing some sort of merging and balance where you can expand from that point. It's like you've got to bring the as above, so below energies together into that place of neutrality. And from there, it's like you see so much more, you feel so much more, and you have infinite, potential and possibilities born again. Like, there's so many new opportunities that open up that are things that you want and enjoy. And I feel like a piece here where it's like more peaceful, it's more quiet writing. It's like you don't have to be taking a lot of action, right? You can be more quiet, you can be more internal, you can be more just relaxed and chilling. It's like writing, you're just chilling at home in a cozy place and writing. That's really nice. Like, I feel like it gives you time to rejuvenate, and the mental realm can take it out of us energetically. So it's like if you're feeling run down in the physical reality, it's like that's why you're like, I don't want to deal with this, I don't want to have conflict or whatever, and yet it gets pent up inside. So I feel like this is really good. Whatever this is, it's like it all feels really good to you. It's not like overextending yourself in any way. You still feel really good. And I feel like whatever this is that you feel aligned with, there's something here where your higher self is aligning you to not making a decision right now until you feel confident in making that decision. Like, that's a part of your alignment. That's a part of it. And I feel like the more you fight it, the more difficult it is to make a decision. I feel like there's something here about you moving forward and choosing to really align with your body, your heart, your soul, and get out of the head, because the head will affirm you once you start moving in alignment with what's right for your body, right? Because like I see the guy in the chariot, and the horses or the black and the white, whatever's pulling the chariot, it's always the black and white horses. They're always kind of focused, and going a separate direction, and yet they move together. So it's like you can see both sides of the coin and still move forward together. With the Two of Swords here, you're having a hard time seeing like one side of the coin or the other, which makes it difficult to make a decision. And so by getting out of the head, by expressing those words on paper, just getting those thoughts out into paper, it's more so feelings that are creating the negative thoughts in your mind. So it's like you'll get to the root of what those feelings are. So it's having love and compassion. Say there's a negative thought, like, you're getting frustrated or worked up about something, but when you get it out on paper, you realize, oh, it's coming from a heartbreak I had in the past or something like that. And so it helps you respond to the feeling and to address it and choose not to engage in those negative thoughts anymore because you know where they're rooted. It's not like you're just feeling agitated for no reason anymore. Now you know why, you know what's triggering it, and when you acknowledge it, that in itself starts to bring healing. You intend to bring healing, have compassion for yourself, and as you do that, you'll notice that those thoughts don't show up anymore. Okay, so I want to read this card. It's from the Sacred Rebels Alana Fairchild deck, number 42. The word wants to be written. You might have been taught that creativity is something you have to work hard to access, or that finding your life purpose is so difficult that you must search high and low for it. Yet what you are is within you and wants to come out at every available opportunity. You don't have to struggle so much. It is more about allowing space for it to manifest and to let the energy flow. The real struggle is not in finding something. It is more about letting go of the idea that you need to search for your path in the first place. You see, the process of activating your life path is a natural one. The effort is in getting out of the way, not in making something happen. As for being yourself, that is the foundation from which your true life path will reveal itself. Being yourself becomes easier when you give yourself permission to love, honor, and accept yourself in all circumstances, especially the ones where you might be more tempted to reject and judge. Give the sacred rebel within the opportunity to decide your values, irrespective of whether they meet with general social acceptance. This oracle brings you the message that what you are dreaming of or seeking to do, create, live, or manifest is actually very natural for you. That is why you want to do it. If you experienced controlling and manipulative forces as you were growing up, you would have found it hard to access your natural state at the time. You would have been too busy trying to adapt and get through the trials of childhood. When you finished navigating childhood and started to let go of who you were taught to be in order to become who you really are, you may have found your life path was not easily accessible. That is simply because your true and natural self was covered by layers of shame from the early conditioning that you had to be other than you are in order to win love or be acceptable. However, that natural self hasn't gone anywhere. It is still there within you. Now it is just about chipping away at the walls of shame, perhaps with a defiant, "Who the hell cares? I am here and I'm going to love myself anyway." This allows you to risk bearing the feeling of any shame that arises as you release old emotional wounds and break away from any restraints to unconditional love. The sacred rebel within can empower you to love yourself no matter what, simply because you want to. You might decide to declare, "I am still lovable, so put that in your pipe and smoke it." This will send an energetic message to whomever shamed you in the first place, whether they meant to or not. Your message could be going to a parent, school teacher, sibling, friend, lover, or anyone else that was struggling enough with their own shame wound that they couldn't help but dump it on you. You can be free to realize that the shame is just an emotion, not a truth, and you can defy any hold it has ever had on you and your ability to love yourself. This oracle brings you the guidance that you are now powerful enough to break the cycle. It is time to stop the shame and claim yourself in love instead. When you want to write, sing, dance, or become is you. It is natural. Drop your defenses, get into the grit, and confront the power that any old shaming has had over you. It's finished now. It is time for you to be naked with yourself, acknowledge how gorgeous you are, and get on with your work. Life is urging you to do so because the work wants to happen. What you want to create wants to be created. The word wants to be written. You just need to let go of any remnants of the past that have been in your way. Step firmly over them and onto your path. Okay, Virgo? However you feel like creating right now is really going to help you and improve your own awareness of what's going on. I like what she said about recognizing like an emotion versus if it's a truth. If you were shamed, for example, your whole life, and it's making you feel those negative feelings or feeling bad, feeling the shame, recognizing like it's not true. You are nothing to, there's no shame. Your soul is pure. The truth is you are bliss. You are beauty, you are whole, you are complete, you are healing, you are love, you are truth, you are honesty, you are communication, you are transparency, you are worthy, you are valuable. That is the truth. And so it can help you stop believing or feeding an energy or an emotion inside of you that doesn't need to be active anymore. It helps you focus on the confidence, having that compassion for yourself and saying, you know what, that's not true. I don't need to feel that way anymore because it never was true and it's not true now and it never will be true. Okay. So it's like, for me, I found that writing really helps with that. It helps me identify certain beliefs or emotions or patterns within myself that I never even knew were there to begin with. I mean, I knew they were there, but I didn't know that I could even, write things out in a way that I could identify what was happening. And it really does help. It helps you gain, that self mastery over whatever's going on so that you can continue to make choices for yourself that are aligned with truth and love, and that you don't, it's once you become aware of it, you recognize where it was hindering you, and you feel gratitude. It's like, it's not always easy to recognize it. However, it is, it becomes the gratitude because you see how it opens you up to everything you truly want to experience, and then you no longer are feeling that negative emotion anymore, and before you know it, it's like you're just on to other things. So this is really beautiful. I truly hope that this message is resonating for all of you beautiful Virgos. I'm going to pull a self-love affirmation card here to close the message. Please do subscribe, like, comment, and share if the videos resonate. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. I enjoy delivering these messages for you all. And if you are interested in a personal reading, the links to connect with me are in the description. I would be so honored and would just love to do that. So also my Patreon and my social media links, you can find those in the description as well. So Virgo, let's see. I am good enough. Look at this. I love it. I am good enough. There is no need to struggle to be better. All I need to do is love myself more today than yesterday and treat myself as someone who is deeply loved. Okay? Treat yourself as someone who is deeply loved, and know that you are loved more today than yesterday. It's like there's nothing you need to do to be loved or to love another. Love is, love is life. Love is truth. Love is heart-based. We love each other for no other reason than we just feel a connection with someone. We resonate with them. We share similar, ways of perceiving the world. Whatever it is, the universe brings us together, those we're meant to be with. And we, there's no explanation. So really, feeling that for yourself again. Sometimes when we get in the head too much, we lose that feeling, of loving ourselves. And so this is reminding you to stay in alignment with love, to have compassion for yourself through this time of mental empowerment, mental mastery. You're learning how to really master your mental realm, to help you move forward with flow and ease and grace, and also discover some beautiful things about yourself that you weren't aware of, bringing balance into your reality. And this is truly the door to your own personal healing and happiness. So see this as like, an all-in-one. It really is like an all-in-one, like, everything that you want. You don't want conflict, you want resolution, you want peace. You just want to be yourself. You just want to live your life in peace and balance and harmony. And at the same time, you're learning, like, how to heal your own things within yourself, which you're the only one that can, and how it frees you at the same time, and how you learn new skills and talents with yourself and new ways of, interacting with life that are really fun and amazing and make you feel really good about yourself. Allowing yourself, it doesn't have to be writing necessarily. It can be art, it can be creating, it can be, doing something with your hands, like whatever it is that allows you to express and get to the root of your feelings, like what's really going on within yourself. I feel like will be very beneficial. Okay, Virgo. And I'm just feeling like writing will be good for you for whatever reason. For those of you that are tuned in, take this as it resonates. It's just, I feel like this is more internal and it'll help you feel safe, expressing your feelings and being able to see them for yourself first before you feel the desire to share them with someone else. I feel like there's something here where you're holding back from sharing with other people because it's not something you feel comfortable sharing about yourself, which is fine, because once you see them on paper, then you can judge from that point or assess from that point or feel in that point, if you even need to share, but there is, just know that there is, someone to always talk to and turn to if you need to. I feel like there's something here about connecting with wherever it is you would like to go in life, like because you're stuck in your head right now. It's like you're not sure. It's like you're almost doubting whether you can be in certain areas or go certain places, but it has nothing to do with the truth. Like, the truth is that it's all in your head when you feel that way, because you belong here. You belong wherever you feel guided. It's where you know, there's a reason why you feel it. So, um, whatever it is that you feel indecisive about, just know that it's in your mind and it's being remedied right now, and everything you're doing is helping you see and gain that clarity, okay, to be able to move forward freely in your life without conflict, in the truth, in your authentic self. And I just feel like this is something that your soul has put into motion for you to give you what you desire and what you want. And in order to truly have that, you have to heal whatever's going on within you. It has to be a part of the process for you to fully receive it, okay? So I love you, Virgos. Thank you so much again for tuning in. And I look forward to the next message that comes through for all of you. Beautiful Virgos. Always take what resonates, leave the rest, and stay true to you and enjoy, you know, learning about yourself and discovering more and sharing whatever you need to with yourself. Okay. I love you guys. I'll see you soon. All my infinite love as always. Peace.